Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Felicia Joseph Speaks, Divine Words Transforming Lives. Trust everyone is doing good. Yes, welcome back to another episode 3 of TIT, Talk It Tuesday. I hope everyone is as excited as I am. So friends, if you have any questions you want us to discuss about, always feel free to send us an email at feliciajosephspeaks@gmail.com. feliciajosephspeaks@gmail.com. Good job. So friends, from the last episode of TIT where we discussed on 20 things to be mindful of, I made mention then that in subsequent episode of TIT, we will discuss extensively on each of these things to be mindful of. So today friends, we'll be talking on time. It's a very interesting topic to talk about. How to master time. Practical tips for a productive 2025 part 1. So on this particular topic, we'll be discussing it in 4 parts. So this is the part 1. So friend, it's time for a time talk. It's time for a time talk. And can we even talk about how fast this year is running already? Like today is the 14th of January. Can you believe it? And if you're like most people, the resolution might still feel like a distant dream. Also, you can check out the book on silent resolution on our Instagram page. We dropped the first episode last week, Saturday. The next episode will be dropped on Friday. Yes, Friday. So you can check it out and read it. I'm sure it's going to be a blessing. So friends, here's the good news. It's not too late to start managing your time better and making 2025 a year where every minute counts. So let's talk about how to get it right without stress, without beating ourselves up. Just practical steps to really take control of your time. Now let's start. The first part we'll focus on is acknowledging the value of time. Because once you understand how valuable it truly is, everything else about time management will fall into place. When you acknowledge the true worth of time, you begin treating every minute as an investment in your goals, in your dreams, and well-being. So we'll break it down step by step. Acknowledging the value of time. Acknowledging the value of time. I want us to acknowledge one powerful truth. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Time is the one thing you can never get back. Your time is your life. Your time is your life, and time is the one thing you can never get back. It's easy to forget that, right? You might feel like you have all the time in the world, but the minute you blink, it's the next month. It's the next month. So what do you want to do with this precious resource? You are in control of how you use it, remember? If you want 2025 to be different from 2024, you have to value time as your biggest asset. Time isn't waiting for you to get your act together. Today is the day, like we are starting right now. Right now. So in acknowledging the value of our time, I think the first question we should ask ourselves is, why time is your most precious resource? Why time is my most precious resource? We often hear that time is money, but that statement barely scratches the surface. Time isn't just a commodity you trade. It's the foundation of everything you can achieve. Like I said, your time is your life. So time isn't just a commodity you trade. It's the foundation of everything you can achieve. Think about it this way. If you lose money, you can work hard, find opportunities, and get it back. But once time is gone, it's gone for good. It's gone for good. There are no refunds, there are no resets. If you are not consciously aware of how you are spending your time, you will quickly realize it's slipping away, and you wish you had done more with it when you had it. So in practical times, acknowledging time value is the first step in mastering it. It's the first step. So friends, very quickly we'll be discussing on practical ways on how to acknowledge the value of time. Practical ways on how to acknowledge the value of time. This worked for me in the later part of 2024 and it is still working for me. So I felt I should share it with my friends so everybody can learn and grow together. So the first thing is take inventory of your time. Take inventory of your time. And when you are taking inventory of your time, I want us to be honest with ourselves. I know we might be asking ourselves, why are we taking inventory of our time and not scheduling each activity for each day upfront? Yes, but there's one thing that when you know the root cause of a problem, you'll be able to find the exact solution for that problem. When you know the root cause of a problem, you'll be able to find the exact solution for that problem. So that is why we are taking inventory of our time for each day. So what I did then was I took inventory of my time for each day for 3 days. For 3 days. So this was just to help me track down everything I do for each day. So I'll be able to rule out and say, okay, this is where I'm putting my time that I'm not meant to, and this is where I put my time but I wasn't putting enough to be able to generate a good result. I hope you are getting me. So first thing first, before you can value time, you need to understand where it's going. We need to understand it. You probably feel like you are busy all day long, but are you productive? While you are busy, are you being productive? Are you spending time on things that matter? So what we want to do is to track our time. So friends, I want us to do it with all sincerity. For 3 days, we are going to track our time for 3 days. For 3 days. And when we are tracking it, it's just for us to know where exactly it's going, where exactly all our time is going. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It's just a simple note. So you just pick maybe your journal or your diary or any book of your choice. So you just write day 1, day 2, day 3. I think to make it more effective, let's do it for 7 days. 7 days, yes. So you just write on each page of the book day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6 and day 7. So we just simply note down what you do throughout the day. Whether it's you attending lectures, scrolling through social media, watching a movie or chatting with friends, eating, you went out, you went to the mall, you went to the market, whatever it is you are doing for each day, at the end of that day, sit down and write everything out on that page. The next day, repeat the same. The next day, repeat the same. Maybe for example, day 1, I woke up by 4 a.m. I drank a cup of water by 4:10. I washed the dishes by 4:30. I took my bath by so time. Maybe I prepare and dress for work. I went to the market. I called my parents. I spoke with a friend. I went to the library. Like, just write everything you are doing for each day. So this is not like you scheduling your day up front. This is just you writing every event that happened in each day, where your time went. Do we get it? So now, once you've tracked your time, we will now look for patterns. Are you spending hours on things that aren't helping you to move forward? Are you procrastinating or getting distracted by irrelevant things? Like I said, being honest with yourself about how you use your time is key to understanding its value. So you will see where you can make small, easy changes that can give you back hours in your day. So at the end of the 7th day, at the end of the 7th day, we should be able to look at those days from day 1 to 7 where we felt the numbers of time I put into so thing isn't what it isn't meant to be. Okay, the number of time I put into so thing is too small and I need to add more to this particular one for me to be able to have a good result at the end of the day. So that is how writing out the inventories or taking inventory of your time will help me. That was what I did. That is what I did that helped me to be able to prioritize where I'm putting my time and where I'm not putting it. So friends, in summary, the first thing is take inventory of your time. You're going to do this for 7 days. Pick a book, any book of your choice. On each page, just write day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and day 7. And at the end of each day, just write out the things you are doing. Then at the end of the 7th day, you just flip through on each pages of each day and look at where you are putting your time that you feel you shouldn't be putting the time, because it's just like you're wasting it, and add those time that is meant to be wasted into other things, so that in each day, no matter how busy you are being productive. Good friends. So friends, the next practical step in acknowledging the value of your time is to set clear goals and align your time around them. Set clear goals and align your time around them. Remember, I said when you know the root cause of a problem, you'll be able to look for the exact solution to tackle that problem. So once you've acknowledged how valuable time is, you need to start thinking about what you want to achieve with it. What you want to achieve with it. Time becomes truly valuable when it's aligned with purpose. So without clear goals, you can easily fall into the trap of spending time on things that don't help you grow. So here's how you can start using time with intentions. There's something about you setting SMART goals. When I mean SMART, S-M-A-R-T, it means you being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. That is, whatever goals you want to set, let it be specific, let it be measurable, let it be achievable, let it be relevant, and time-bound. So this will give your time direction. This will help you to prioritize that not all tasks are created equal, and it will help you to prioritize the one that gets you closer to your goals. Remember, I said from the inventory we are going to take, it will help us to prioritize and know where exactly we are putting our time that we are not meant to, and those time we are putting in those places that we are not meant to, that it will not yield to any result. It will help us to put those time into other things that matters. So that is it. So we now need to set clear goals, reasonable goals, SMART goals that are specific, that are measurable, achievable, and relevant. So what we want to do is we are going to break those goals into actions after prioritizing it, after putting in those extra time in the other things we found out in our inventory into these reasonable things to make it achievable and to make it relevant. So what we want to do is to break those goals into actions. So a goal without actionable step is just a wish. When you write a wish list, I want to do this, I want to get this, but you are not working towards achieving it, there's no how you get it. So what we want to do is to create daily or weekly plans that make your goal tangible. Creating daily or weekly plans that will make your goal tangible. Now, when you align your daily activities with your long-term goals, you start realizing that each minute spent in alignment brings you closer to your dream life. And that's when time really starts to feel precious, because it's now contributing to something meaningful. In this first practical step, we're taking inventory of how we are spending our time. Now we've taken it, we now want to create daily, weekly plans on how to make our goals tangible. Now we've set the SMART goals. The SMART goals is like your long-term goals. Now, in achieving that long-term goals, you are not going to wait till the day you want to achieve that particular long-term goal. You start daily, gradually, bit by bit, day in, day out. So each day you are working towards achieving that particular thing. So now, after we've taken inventory, the next thing to do is for us to now create our daily or weekly plans. Do we get? We have something in front that we want to achieve, that we are looking up to, that I want to get there. So how do we get to that place? So what we just need to do now is, we can use any app of our choice, or you can still use your journal or any book of your choice. So you just pick it week 1. In week 1, day 1, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. Maybe, for example, you plan that at the end of the year you want to read 30 different books. It's not that end of the year you now put the whole 30 different books on your table and you begin to read. No. Now, you can say, okay, for this month of January, I want to read 4 books. Now, in this month of January, that I want to read 4 books in each day, maybe 5 pages in the morning. Like, just break it down. Do we get? Break it down. For the book lovers that loves reading books. Now, so that is how we are going to go about it. Whatever you feel I want to achieve at the end of the year, just start it bit by bit each day towards the end of the year. Good job. So we're moving to the next point, friends, which is understand the cost of wasting time. Understand the cost of wasting time. We've talked about the first one, which is to take inventory of your time. The second one, set clear goals and align your time around them. Now, the third practical step in understanding the value of your time is understand the cost of wasting time. Understand the cost of wasting time. So now, friends, that you know how valuable time is, let's dive deeper into the cost of wasting time. So, friends, each moment you spend doing something that doesn't contribute to your progress is a time you'll never get back. Now, let's take this quick example. Imagine you waste an hour each day on your phone, just scrolling through social media. That's about 365 hours in a year. And that is more than 15 days of your life spent doing something that might not benefit you at all. Now, friends, I want us to just think about what we could do with this time, with these 15 days of our life. What we could have done. So now, the practical tip here is for us to track your time wasters. Identify which activities are eating up your time without giving you anything in return, and replace them with productive tasks. Now, how can you identify it? It still boils down to that first point of you taking inventory of your time. I made mention about it, that it's being the foundation of everything you do in your life. So now the practical thing now is for us to go back, like I said in the first step, go back on those things we wrote for each day 1 to day 7. What are those things that we feel that it's just taking my time and it's not giving me anything good in return? So now we'll now replace them with productive tasks. Like I said, you can be busy all day without being productive. Do we get? So that is what I want us to do. Replace every unproductivity task in each day with productive tasks. Remember, every minute counts. Don't let small distraction hijack your day. So, friends, the next practical step in understanding the value of your time, acknowledging the value of your time, is to treat time as an investment. Every actions build your future. Treat your time as a long-term investment. Just as you put your money into assets that grow over time, your time, when invested wisely, pays huge dividends in the future. So I want us to ask ourselves these questions, friends. If you spend an hour every day learning a new language, how much progress would you have made by the end of the year? If you spend an hour every morning on exercise, how would your body feel in 6 months? So, friends, the practical tip here is to invest your time in skills. Just dedicate time each week to learn something new. It could be a new professional skill, it could be a language, or even a hobby that brings you joy. Just know that the key is consistency. Just be consistent with whatever it is you are doing each day, each week. Just be consistent. That is how you'll be able to take time as an investment. And remember, every actions build your future. Good job. So friends, the next practical step in acknowledging the value of your time is to embrace the power of no. Embrace the power of no. So one of the hardest but most effective way to value time is learning to say no. We are often distracted by opportunities, obligations, and requests from others that don't align with our goals. So saying yes to everything means saying no to what matters most. From the SMART goals we wrote about how the year will run, whenever we are being approached with things we feel is not aligning with our long-term goal, we can politely decline by saying no. Because when you say yes to those things, you are putting your time into the things that will not end up meeting and aligning with your goal, and you are not achieving anything at the end. So it's just like you being busy but not being productive. So you can decline politely or redelegate those tasks, those activities to people who you feel can do it. So in embracing the power to say no, the first one is to learn to say no without guilt. Be honest and kind when you decline invitations, requests, or activities that don't set your goals. And when you say no, that shouldn't be the time you go about beating yourself down. Oh, why did I say no to this person? I could have just done it. I could have just done that. Another thing again is to set boundaries. Let people know that your time is valuable. So here is the practical tips we are going to do in this part. Use the 10-minute rule. So before agreeing to anything, take 10 minutes to think about it. Does it align with my goals? If not, don't be I'm afraid to say no. Don't be. Because by prioritizing your time, you give yourself permission to focus on what truly matters. Whether it's your career goals, a personal growth, or family time, whatever it is that you've written down for this year, 2025. Whenever you are being approached with anything whatsoever, just use the 10-minute rule. Think about it and just connect all the dots before agreeing to say yes or no politely. Good job. The next practical step is learn to rest and recharge. I know this might sound someone that why are we talking about rest? We are talking about us being productive and managing our time well in achieving our long-term goal, and now you are telling us to rest. The thing is, when you work constantly without taking time to rest, you burn out. Your energy, your creativity, your focus, everything you are putting into achieving that long-term goals will all suffer. So rest is a crucial part of acknowledging your time's value. So you need to recharge so that you can be at your best when it's time to work. So rest so that when you start working, you have fresh ideas, you'll be recharged, you feel more energized on how to go about achieving that long-term goal. So the practical tip here is for us to schedule a downtime. So treat rest just like any other task in your calendar. Make time for hobbies, for relaxation, or social activities that restore your energy. Remember, rest does not only mean for you to sleep. So there are other forms of resting. And the first one, it could be you relaxing, maybe at the poolside, maybe reading if that is your hobby, maybe swimming if that is your hobby, just doing things that you like doing, your hobbies or social activities that restore your energy. Remember, when you're resting, it's not about wasting time. It's about recharging to make the most of your productive hours. Good job. So friends, another practical tips in acknowledging the value of your time that we are not always mindful of is Be present in the moment. Be present in the moment. Now, being aware of the value of time also means being present in each moment. The more you rush through your day, the less you enjoy it. So when you are distracted, time slips away unannounced. But when you practice mindfulness and stay engaged with what you are doing, you are not only maximizing your time, you are also enjoying it more. So here's the practical tips. Set aside each day to be fully present. So set aside time each day to be fully present. So whether you're working, you're spending time with family, or you're just taking a walk, put your phone away, focus on your tasks, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. In you enjoying the process, you are being there, you are present, and you are making every moment count. Good job. So friends, these are all the 7 practical tips in acknowledging the value of our time. They worked for me last year, like I said earlier, and they are still working for me. So you can put it into use, and I'm very sure it's going to be very, very good. You really like how it turned out. The only thing is just for you to be truthful to yourself. The first one, take inventory of your time. The second one, set clear goals and align your time around them. The third one, understand the cost of wasting time. The fourth one is take time as an investment, because every action builds your future. The fifth one is to embrace the power of no. Say no politely when the task delegated to you is not aligning with your long-term goals. The sixth one is to learn to rest and recharge, because resting is not about wasting time, it's about recharging to make the most of your productive hours. And lastly is to be present in the moment, because being aware of the value of your time also means being present. Yes. So friends, acknowledge the value of your time today, and you'll start to see every day as a precious opportunities. Time doesn't wait for anyone, so start using it wisely. Whether it's investing in skills, saying no to distractions, or taking time to recharge, every decision you make shapes your future. 2025 has begun, so get up and take position. Today is already 14th of January. You still have a long day ahead. Don't let the time slip by. Take every day bit by bit while you achieve your long-term goal at the end. So friends, we've come to the end of today's episode of TIT Talk It Tuesday on how to master your time part 1. If this episode has been a blessing to you, you've stayed to the end and you've listened and watched up to this time, feel free to share it with your friends, like, comment and subscribe. See you same time next week on Tuesday, and have a great day ahead. Bye friends.